I have identical twin boys. So, of course, I had to check out this book, Singularity by William Sleater. I'm Educator Barnes, and I was a former English teacher, a former literacy coach, and I love to read. And what I love more than reading is telling you about books so you can go read them. So, let's get into it. So, this book centers around identical twins who are 16 years old, Harry and Barry. Their mom's uncle dies and leaves her house. But she has already planned to go on vacation with her dad. And so she can't go and wrap up these final affairs and be at the vacation. So they're like, Mom, no worries. We can go house sit. Originally, the parents had planned for different people in the neighborhood to keep an eye on them. They're old enough to go to school and stuff, but just make sure they're doing the right thing. So it was a win-win for everyone when the mom was like, yes, you can go sit at my uncle's house and watch it until we can get back. So they have this time where they're at the house. They go to the house and be at the back in the backyard of the house. There's this other structure. I would think of it as an oversized shed that's referred to as the playhouse. But when you go inside the playhouse, things are a little bit different on the inside versus the outside. And that's where you get your scientific sci-fi component of this book. So I gave this book a 4 out of 5. One of the reasons one of the issues I have is not the reason the rating is 4 out of 5. So let me state that issue first. This book came out in 1995. As far as I know, based on my limited research, I did not see an ebook for this book, nor did I see an audiobook. As a former English teacher, it was always super important for me to pick books where there would be audio available because there's so many multilingual learners in classroom. There's so many kids with limited literacy, and I want to make sure they can access the texts and be able to improve their fluency skills by seeing words and hearing how they are pronounced. So that has nothing to do with the rating because the author can't control that. So now I'm going to get into why it's a 4 out of 5. It's a 4 out of 5 in my book because of how the twins were written. Because I'm a mother of twin boys, I know I'm biased and I know I'm sensitive to this, but I really felt that these twins were written very stereotypically of how society views twins. So you have the one twin who's the athletic one, he's the charismatic one, but he may not be so quick when it comes to the learning. Then you have the other one who is quick when it comes to the learning, but he's not the athletic one. Athletic stuff is hard. He's not charismatic. He doesn't really know how to interact with other people. And as a twin mom, things have been said to me that are just inappropriate. Who's the good one? Who's the bad one? Who's the evil one? Who's the smart one? Who's the dumb one? You know what's dumb? Is asking me these stupid questions while I'm in Target. I do not know you. And the reason you approach me is because your neighbor's mother or cousin has a set of twins. What gives? Also, their names are Barry and Harry. They rhyme. I told my husband the one thing that we would not do is have names where they rhyme for our twins because we just thought that was corny and cheesy. And this is no shade to anybody that watched this who have twins and they did that. Do you, because you already did it. So don't be coming up here with those comments and scrolling is free. Back to the book review. But I will say, as the book continued, I felt that the twins were developed a little bit more. The other reason I would give this book a 4 out of 5 is that the reading level isn't as high as it could be. Not that every book has to be at this high level, but for some classrooms, it's important for the book level to be up a little bit more. But to that point, it's really accessible to people. The story really takes place mostly at this uncle's house. So the setting doesn't change that much. So when you're looking at a plot, you don't have we're here and then we're there. It's the setting pretty much stays in the same locale. Also, about this book, when they talk about the science, which ties into the science fiction, I think was written in a way that's digestible. But because the twins, I feel, were written kind of one-dimensionally in the beginning, I have to knock a point off of my score to knock it down to a 4. So, if you are a parent, a kid, or teacher looking for a book that is an easy read, that's not too long, I strongly suggest you check out Singularity. and I'll be back soon with another book recommendation and another book talk.